What's up, guys? Welcome to Low Battery, where we talk about gaming until the camera dies. I'm Sean, and recently I've been feeling kind of nostalgic. One of the early videos on this channel focused on nostalgia in gaming, and I think it's worth revisiting that topic in a more chilled out session. Now, in that video, we talked a lot about how nostalgia is a really powerful element that gaming companies are keeping in mind. We see a bunch of these different companies like Nintendo and Sony, they just keep making remakes because they know that we'll buy them. We played these games growing up, so it only makes sense that we would want to re-experience those games again. Now, it seems to be the gameplay and the story that makes people return to these games. Multiplayer games kind of fit in this weird limbo in regards to that, especially because not a lot of them may have a story, but they still have gameplay that is interesting to play again. Kingdom Hearts 2 is probably my most nostalgic game because it's the first one I ever played, so I love going back to it, and that's where my third element comes in, which is a personal connection. Now, nostalgia is important to gaming, but it can also be kind of dangerous. A lot of companies can actually use nostalgia in a way to influence sales or make people hyped, only for disappointing results. I remember there was a huge amount of hype for Super Mario Bros. RPG, only for not a whole lot to come out of it. A lot of people realize it's the same kind of game, with the same mechanics, just with a fresh coat of paint, and that just kind of led to it kind of faded away. Not a whole lot happened there. Now, to be fair, some games do need an update in order to tell the story that they wanted to in the first place. Final Fantasy VII, it's a relatively old game, and it's a massive game. It has a huge story, bunch of different characters, a lot of unique worlds, and these remakes are different enough from the original that the nostalgia is still there, but it's not overshadowing the core of Final Fantasy. But on the other hand, some games aren't even that old yet, and we're already seeing re-releases for them. Ukulele released back in 2017. It hasn't even been 10 years yet, and it's already getting a remake. And this is where I think the problem is they're almost using like a two-ply of nostalgia. Because people aren't nostalgic for Ukulele, they're nostalgic for collectathons like Banjo-Kazooie. You're nostalgic for a game that's being re-released that isn't even the main game that you miss. It's using nostalgia in its original release, and now it is just using it again for itself. And let's just be honest, there's some games that don't hold up as well as we remembered. In my original nostalgia video, I've already said my takes on Shadow of the Colossus. So there's that. It's just, honestly, I think if you grew up with the game, absolutely, you can feel nostalgic for it. But if you haven't and you're just trying to understand the hype behind it, you might not get the same feelings as they did when it originally released and when all of that original hype came out. But at the end of the day, nostalgia is pretty much determined by you. If you like a game, keep liking it. No one can take those feelings away. But do you like a game because it's good or because it's nostalgic? Kingdom Hearts 2 is a nostalgic game for me, but some may say that the story is lacking or confusing or that it's not like a traditional RPG. And okay, that's perfectly fine. It's one of those, if you feel nostalgic for a game, great. Nostalgia does not make a game great though. Like the games you want to, but don't let nostalgia overtake it. Well, I gotta say, that just about does it for me, so now it's your turn. What games keep you coming back to them, even if they are a little outdated? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching, and remember to chase the chaos.